I'd like to now bring up some really great guys. This is not just saying these guys are part of the program. They are part of the team. Dwayne Allen played at Clemson 3 years ago, and he is here today to help support his friend David.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Holly. Whenever the opportunity for me to come here and speak came up, and they said, you know, David's a keynote speaker, Dwayne, would you be interested in coming? I said, definitely. I had the opportunity of meeting David my last year in college, and, you know, just like those guys in that piece said, David is a guy who just brightens your day. Every time you see him, he has a smile. He's always up to date on the coolest sayings. First time I met him, he walked up to me and stuck out his hand and said, "What's up, cuz?" That's the type of guy. You know, I went into our relationship thinking that I would learn something about Down syndrome. And I came out of it learning something about a kid who loved to play video games, loved to eat hamburgers, knew every college football team mascot. And, you know, the only out of the ordinary thing that I learned about him was his extraordinary ability to love. David loves everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you're about. And, you know, that brings me to a scripture in my head in John 9:3. The setting is, you know, Jesus is walking around and they come up on a blind kid, and, you know, his disciples ask him, you know, who in his family sinned? And Jesus says, you know, no one in this man's family, or neither did he sin. This was done so that the power and love of God would be shown in his life. And if you spend 2 minutes, 2 seconds with David, you'll know that it's the power of God in him. So without further ado, I would love to bring up your keynote speaker, my friend, David Saville.
I want to tell you about my life and how I possess to do so many things. I'm a student in the Clemson Life program and a manager for Clemson football team. Life at Clemson is awesome. I love hunting, acting, Boy Scouts, sports, and go to the lake. Why do you think I was accepted and included in all these things? Well, I always to try focus on other people and make them feel better. If you do a good job, love what you do, and they will always want you to come back. I try to have a good attitude and do my best at everything I do. I have a fun time at Clemson. I will be a senior. I am now. When I was growing up, my mom and pops got me to try a lot of things. I learned that I could do almost anything. I started Boy Scouts when I was 10. How many of you had a son or daughter in Scouts? Raise your hand. Well, I love Scouts, camping, hiking, and having fun with the boys. It was a fourth place. I learned that everything I did was important, and it's not about me. We had a big celebration when I became an Eagle Scout. High school was so much fun. I was included in football, acting, blue crew, and all the school activities. I was chosen to be the homecoming king. I stay busy all the time, but I like it. I am 24 years old now. I have 2 brothers. Carson is 27, Brandon 21. My pops and brothers taught me to hunt when I was 12. I learned about gun safety. I practiced a lot before we went hunting until I could look for the scope and hit the target every time. When I was 19, I was on the TV show Endless Outdoors. We went wild boar hunting, and I got this 350-pound bull. It was a little scary, but a lot of fun. 4 years ago, I took a 9-point buck. At the end, in 2012, I got this 10-point buck. I love that buck so much. My first 2 years at Clemson, we lived in a dorm. I had 2 roommates and Leland, my RA who helped me. My RA helped us learn to cook, clean, and live on our own. We went to class and learned about money, social skills, how to get a job, and we had jobs in the afternoon, and learn how to be a good employee. But so yeah, I moved to an apartment with 2 other Clemson Life students. We live by ourselves, take a bus to work every day, and make our own meals. We like living by ourselves. If you want to know more about Clemson Life, go to clemsonlife.edu. Learning is for everyone. I have 2 jobs. I work at Ingalls Markets in the mornings, go to the school cafeteria for lunch, and then work as a manager for the Clemson football team in the afternoon. I'm always on time for work. Do my best at work, how make a difference. I love Clemson football. Coach Sweeney, my man. My players. You can learn to do the same thing too, and you just have to help your parents believe. Thanks, Pops. Having Down syndrome like me is a good thing, and it will give you opportunity that most people will never get. My friends respect me. I have one last thing to say. My coach taught me that you don't have to be smarter or be the best player. Whether you have Down syndrome or not, find what you love to do and do it. Coach Sweeney, he said that the only disability in their life is a bad attitude. You should take what God has given to you and make a best of it. Go Tigers!